Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mr. Budihas, your online math teacher. In today's video, you will learn addition and subtraction of integers. Let's start. Let's learn first what are integers. Integers are the combination of the set of whole numbers and the negative counterparts of natural numbers. Whole numbers starts from 0 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on up to positive infinity. And the negative counterparts of natural numbers, we know that natural numbers are counting numbers, but we are talking about the negative counterparts of it. So we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and so on up to negative infinity. These are the integers. If we are going to write this one in the number line, we are going to arrange it in ascending order. So we have this. This is our number line. Then the center is at 0, of course. Then to the right side, we have the positive numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to positive infinity. And to the left side, we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, up to negative infinity. This is our number line. Now, the numbers here in the number line are the integers. From 1 to positive infinity, these are the positive integers. And from negative 1 to negative infinity, these are the negative integers. And this 0 here is neither positive nor negative. Next, we have the absolute value of a number. Absolute value. The absolute value of a number, it is the distance of a number from 0. And it is denoted by this symbol, absolute value of x, where x can be any number or a negative and positive numbers. For example, if we are going to find the absolute value of negative 4, since absolute value talks about the distance, the answer would be always positive. So again, absolute value, it is just the distance from 0 to a certain number. So from 0, I will be using the number line above. We have from 0 to negative 4. The distance from 0 to negative 4 is 4 units away. So the answer here is 4. Positive 4. Another example, if we are going to find the absolute value of positive 7. So again, we will just get the distance from 0 to positive 7. So 0 to positive 7. Just count the number of units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 units. So the distance from 0 to 7 is 7 units away. Again, the answer of the absolute value is always positive since we are talking about distance. There is no such thing as negative distance. Next, we have the operations of integers. But in this video, I'll be talking only about addition and subtraction of integers. For addition of integers, there are two cases: adding integers with same sign and adding integers with different signs. For adding integers with same sign, we have this same sign. To add integers with the same sign, we are going to add their absolute values and then affix the common sign to the sum. For example, find the sum of negative 21 and negative 26. So, negative 21 plus negative 26. Again, we are going to take the absolute values first. Absolute value of negative 21 plus absolute value of negative 26. That is 21 plus 26. Now, it's easy for us to add them. 21 plus 26 is 47. Next is we are going to affix the common sign to the sum. The common sign there is they are both negative. So we have negative 47. That's the sum. Another example. Find the sum of negative 13 and negative 25. Same process, we are going to take first their absolute values. Absolute value of negative 13 plus the absolute value of negative 25. That's 13 plus 25. Then add them. 13 plus 25 is 38. Next is we are going to affix the common sign to the sum. The common sign is negative. So we have negative 38. Next is adding integers with different signs. Different signs. To add integers with different signs, we are going to find their absolute value, subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value, and then affix the sign of the integer with the larger absolute value. For example, find the sum of negative 98 and 102. So negative 98 and 102, they are of different signs, negative, positive. So first thing to do is we are going to get their absolute values. Absolute value of 98, negative 98 rather, and then absolute value of 102. That is 98 plus 102. Now, next is we are going to proceed to subtraction. We will subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. That is 102 to minus 98. And that is positive 4. Next is we are going to affix the sign of the integer with the larger absolute value. The larger absolute value there is 108. And the original sign of 102 rather, is positive. So we have positive 4 as the final answer. Another example, we have find the sum of negative 36 and 24. So same process here. We are going to take their absolute value. Then, that is 36 plus 24. We will proceed to subtraction. We will subtract the smaller absolute value. That is 36 minus 24. 36 minus 24 is 12. Then we will affix the sign of the integer with the larger absolute value. The larger absolute value there is 36. Originally, the sign of 36 is negative, so we will choose negative. So the answer is negative 12. Next, we have the subtraction of integers. Subtraction of integers may be classified into two cases. A, an integer minus a positive integer. And B, an integer minus a negative integer. So it's all about the subtrahend, whether it is positive or negative. That's the two cases. For example, if we are going to subtract or get the difference of negative 9 and positive 5. So negative 9 minus 5. So that is an example of the first case, an integer minus a positive integer. So first thing to do is we are going to copy the minuend. By the way, this number here is our minuend and this is our subtrahend. Okay, copy first the minuend, that's negative 9. Then, step 2 is we are going to change the subtraction sign to addition sign. So, from subtraction, we will change it into addition. And then, change the sign of the subtrahend. Take note that the subtrahend here is positive, so we are going to change it into negative. So, we have negative 5. Then, step 4, we will proceed to the rules of addition. That is, this is adding integers with same signs. So take the absolute value. We have absolute value of negative 9 plus absolute value of negative 5. That is 9 plus 5. We have 14. Then we will affix the sign or the common sign of to the sum. That is negative 14. Next example. We have an example of the second case, which is an integer minus the negative sign or negative integer. That is um, negative 7 minus negative 3. Same process, just copy the minuend, then proceed to addition, then change the sign to positive. We have positive 3 here. Then proceed to the rules of addition, that is absolute value of negative 7 plus absolute value of 3, that is 7 plus 3. Proceed to subtraction, that is 7 minus 3, that is equal to 4. And then copy the sign of the larger absolute value. We have absolute value of 7 is the larger one. Then the original sign of 7 is negative, so we'll choose negative. So we have negative 4. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching.